In the suffocating silence of space, the orbital station began to spin out of control as precious oxygen bled into the freezing void. June 25, 1997. A 7-ton Progress supply spacecraft was hurtling toward the space station, Mir. A manual docking exercise, ordered by Moscow to cut costs, was about to become the most terrifying orbital collision in history. Commander Vasily Tsibliev watched in sheer helplessness as he lost control of the ship on his monitor. At 9:18 in the morning, the metal behemoth violently slammed into the Spectre module. The devastating impact violently shook the 130-ton space station. Instantly, red depressurization alarms began to shriek through the claustrophobic corridors. A sharp hissing sound filled the Mir. Their life-giving air was venting into outer space. Internal pressure was plummeting. They had only 28 minutes before completely suffocating. American astronaut Michael Foale felt his ears popping from the rapid depressurization. Their only salvation was to seal the hatch of the punctured module. But a thick entanglement of communication cables blocked the doorway. The hatch wouldn't close. Thousands of miles away, Houston and Moscow argued uselessly. Meanwhile, in orbit, cosmonaut Alexander Lazutkin made a brutal decision. Stripped of high-tech tools, he grabbed a simple, ordinary kitchen knife. He feverishly began hacking at the thick wires preventing the hatch from closing. Sparks rained through the air. As the station's main power suddenly died, the Mir plunged into pitch darkness, illuminated only by erratic emergency flashlights. The extreme cold of outer space began to freeze the interior of the ship. Finally, with one last, desperate slash, the final wire was severed. The crew managed to slam the heavy hatch shut using sheer brute force. The deadly hissing stopped. They had stemmed the leak and saved the station. But the terror was far from over. The Mir was spinning in the dark. Dead in space, they were forced to fire the thrusters of the escape capsule, Soyuz, just to stabilize the massive structure. They spent days surviving in the shadows, breathing stale air, just to stay alive. A miracle of human survival, forged by pure bravery and a knife in orbit. That day, human courage overcame a multi-billion-dollar catastrophe. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments. If history moves you as much as it does us, subscribe to The Day Everything Changed, so you never miss an event that transformed the world.